Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his friends from Convoy, Dustin and Jonathan. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. So off air, you guys asked me a question. I'm like, you know what? We should just make that topic number 3. So you guys had a question I thought would be a great conversation.
Yeah, so I think it's obvious for any of your subscribers watching the show that John and I are younger than you.
Just a little bit.
You've had a little bit more experience in the market, and we were just talking offline about your experience with a market with much higher rates that we're heading into, clearly, and kind of your experience with it.
Yeah, so I think there's a couple of things, again, having over 20 years experience in the real estate investing business. First and foremost, most people talk about a housing market or a housing cycle. As an investor, there is one, but there's actually a lead dog. The lead dog is the lending market. I believe the lending market drives housing because I say this because I started in 2001 before the run-up. I saw good loans, good underwriting turn bad. I experienced it. Then I saw the rollover. Then I walked into a big bank as someone who had an 800 credit score, 7-figure net worth, 6-figure income. And I was trying to buy an asset cheaper than I've ever bought before. And they said, no. I didn't know they could do that. Then I crossed the street to a bank that didn't know me, and they told me, F no. I'm like, what is going on? Lo and behold, investors were the dirty word. So this is 2010. This is why I talk about a lending cycle. So right now, in my opinion, lending is getting tighter. I believe it not only gets more expensive, I'm interested in how hard, because it may annoy people listening to it. I don't care about the cost of capital or the cost of money. It is simply an input cost into my spreadsheet. If it's higher for me, it's higher for everyone. And I just need to get a better deal. And I don't have to do a deal. However, if you make lending get harder, right? There was a time where if you had more than 4 loans, you could not get a loan. Could not. So what did I do? I was finding deals everywhere. I found a hard money lender that charged 3 points and 12% interest. I was so happy. I did 12 or 13 deals and 65%, not of value, but of purchase. I was so happy to find, this is 2010. So happy because I could do more deals. So again, lending, I think, is going through a tightening cycle. I think it will wash plenty of people out. As an investor, almost the least important thing to me is interest rate. What happens with higher rates? And again, I just talked to a syndicator this morning, and he said the same thing for multifamily. I'm talking big, 100, 200, 1,000 unit syndications, is transactions fall first, right? Sam Zell was out yesterday talking about multifamily and all commercial, basically saying higher rates, what's going to happen is people are going to be punished because price discovery was ignored and underwriting was ignored for 2 years because we got addicted to free money. Yep. So there's a lot of pain coming. There are a lot of bad deals that were done that are going to blow up at refi. There were some deals that are in escrow that are going to blow up because 90 days ago it was this, and today it's this plus 2. So again, I personally am excited. I think non-QM lenders, the ones that survive the next 90 to 120 days, actually get stronger because I believe investors are going to be frozen out, right? One of the things that I believe FHA, FHFA, Fannie, Freddie, they're adding fees to investors because they want to help owner-occs.
Yeah.
I believe owner-occs are going to be scared away because 6% 30-year money scares them. But investors still find deals, right? We still find cash flow deals. I need to find better deals. I can find motivated sellers. I can find off market, but I still would rather borrow 75% instead of pay cash. So I think rising rates thin the herd. I think rising rates lower transactions. And most importantly, I think I get better deals. So rising rates doesn't bother me. Harder loans, problematic. Maybe more down payment is coming, right? You'll do 75% today, but maybe tomorrow it's 70. All these things I expect. I don't think most people do. But again, dude, you guys are in the lending space. What you proved in video 2 is you're willing to be flexible and create new products. I'm excited. Rates don't bug me. Rates are just an input. I put out a video a couple weeks ago saying I'd pay 10% interest as long as everybody else did, because I just have to get better deals. So yeah, rates don't bug me, but I do think the government, the powers that be, are going to focus on owner ocs, which is going to mean that more and more investors have to turn to non-QM. So that's why you guys are part of the show every couple of weeks. So I'll let you ask questions, but that's my general thought.
Yeah, I mean, we agree wholeheartedly. I mean, we're seeing it happen before our eyes, right? And I know in terms of like the market tightening in general, obviously before, better.com was the start of it, but
Yeah.
we have friends at like, other mortgage shops that are literally either shutting doors or, just contracting and laying people off. And they're doing it kind of quietly, right? Nobody really hears about it. It's not in the news, but it's happening. And, the investor space, especially right now, conventional 30-year fixed rates are at like 5.5.
Yeah.
On investment properties.
Yes.
Conventional loan. And, looking at that, the spread is smaller and smaller between that and non-QM. And why would
I've never seen it this small. I'll say
Yeah.
that right now, right? I think the spread for like borrowers in many cases under a point. I have never seen that. And I think that is on purpose, because it's not the non-QM space. It's FHFA and Fannie and Freddie. They're just raising the input costs or layering on fees. What are they called? Not uplifts, but whatever they're called.
Loan level price adjustments added. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what they're adding. And they're just basically what they're saying without saying it is, we don't want investors.
No, I mean, it's 100% true. Why would they only do it towards non-owner occupied products?
That's what they want. So non-QM wins, the people that are more flexible. The other thing I would say is, I called it probably 4 or 5 months ago. I said Refi Demand is going to fall 75%. It's down 60% already. There were businesses, better.com and others like them, who were built to refi, cookie cutter loans, W-2s and all of that. That market's over, and it's probably over for years. So yeah, there are going to be a lot of laid off loan originators or mortgage whatever's in that space. The non-QM space probably gets healthier and stronger. You got to get through the next 90 days, because anytime you have rates move this fast, everything kind of stops, right? I'm on record as saying transactions could fall 25% this year. It might fall 50% peak to trough. We've only seen that one other time, and that was in 1980 and 81. All right. So less transactions means less loans. But again, it probably means more investor loans on a percentage basis. So I'm excited. I haven't been this excited since 2010, because I think it's going to be easier for me to find motivated sellers. Not easy, but easier.
So do you think we're headed, big R word, right?
Without question.
Yeah.
I think we are in stagflation. I believe 2022 will go down to stagflation, meaning high inflation, low growth being about 2%. That is nominal, not real growth, because again, if you adjust for inflation, it is negative. I do believe a recession, the R word, the 2 quarters of negative GDP, occurs either Q2, Q3 next year or Q3, Q4 next year. I did a whole whiteboard discussion about the economic review of 2022 and 2023, GDP, interest rates, unemployment rate, and something else. I just put that out. I have a playlist called Whiteboard. It's there. And yeah, a recession happens next year after a year of stagflation.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, we like, I keep telling a lot of, it's encouragement, words of encouragement, and also like, it's not all bad, right? There's going to be a lot of opportunity, and that's what we're here for. We are here to help everyone else through the opportunistic time.
Sam Zell, the original gangster distressed investor, came out yesterday on CNBC and says we have a liquidity crisis coming, which means there's going to be people who did deals in this low rate environment that have horrible debt structures, who aren't going to be able to refi, need to get out, or worse, have the buildings taken over. I have bought those deals. I have bought apartment buildings for 0 down or escrowed money. If you're truly an investor and doing the work, you should be excited for what is coming. not fearful. So I'm ecstatic. And I think non-QM is going to be a nice place to be once we get through this rate shock, because this is a rate shock for everyone. You can't have the second time this happened in 50 years and people not be shocked. 200 basis, 250 basis in 10 weeks is nuts.
Yeah.
So
No, we're really excited. I think just our own, like, in the last couple of weeks, a lot of our clients that are investor clients, like we're writing so many more pre-approvals for properties than we were
Yes.
2 months ago. Like
that's awesome.
it's
So I
nice
hope
and,
one rental at a time folks are reaching out. If you want them to reach out to say, hey, what kind of products you got for me in this situation? How do you want them to do it?
Just email us at privateclient@convoyhomeloans.com, and Dustin and I will reply back to you.
Yeah, you guys take care of anybody that reaches out for my channel. Yeah.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Personally.
Awesome. You guys are wonderful. Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
you got it.